We're just gonna flow. Okay, so come into child's pose, please. And I think every one of us probably has a particular version of this posture that feels best in our body. So I'm going to guide you into what I like, but I'm going to allow you to temper that with what works best for you. So I have my knees pretty wide. They're actually kind of almost at the edges of the mat. I want you to think about from the shoulder blades, the outer edges of the armpit, the outer seam of the arm, stretching long, and spread your palms wide. Keep your arm bones lifting, and that includes the wrist crease. Keep the wrist crease, the forearm, the elbows, the upper arms elevated off the floor. And let your exhale drop the torso down a little bit more towards the mat. Keep the head and neck neutral. And let the breath fill the upper back like a wingspan. Good. Take one more full breath in. And a full breath out. And then look up, because that's where we're going. You can just shift yourself forward and come to lie on your belly. Rock right and left. And you might start with your toes tucked under, but then I want you to lengthen your legs and bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Slide your hands back mid-rib cage. Begin to lift the head of the arm bone up. Begin to lift the chest up. Now, from the action of the legs, you're even going to feel the glutes, the hamstrings, the low back engaged. I want you to come into a pretty low cobra. And here, don't think about curling up as much as lengthening the spine and getting a full breath. We'll stay lifted in your cobra. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Stay lifted on the exhale. Inhale. Then exhale, find offers. Okay. From hands and knees, inhale, arch. And round as you breathe out. Good. Your breath and your movement. Stay to the completion of the inhale and pause before you move to the exhale. Stay rounded and pause and move again. So even though I've cued you to use your breath, I want you to not just use your breath, but find the pauses in the breath and hold there. Good, last breath in, full breath out. Come to neutral and walk your hands forward. Keep your finger pads on the floor. Keep your arm bones lifted as we did in child's pose. Breathe. And then settle in for a moment. And feel a lengthening from the armpit chest to the palms. Feel the similar nature of the armpits and the palm of the hand, the way they have that same curvature. Good, take one last breath, full breath out. Good, and then just come onto your forearms and once again, come to lie on your belly and stay on your forearms and come into Sphinx pose. So palms spread wide, fingers spread wide, tops of feet down, inhale. Good, stretch yourself forward, slide your hands back towards you. Now inhale, cobra. And exhale back to down dog. Okay, from your down dog, send your right leg long. Neutralize your hips. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, knee to nose, round your spine like cat. Now when you send that right leg back, don't use your momentum, use muscular effort. So leg long, and then knee draws in. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Last breath, inhale. And this time, exhale, step that right foot forward, lunge deep. Good, from here, full breath in. Exhale, stretch your front leg straight, your hips sink back. So we're coming into this Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward into your lunge and exhale. Good, again, inhale. Open up through the chest, broaden through the collarbones. And exhale, keep your spine long as you fold over that front leg. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back to your lunge, and then we transition to down dog split. Stretch your right leg up, inhale. Good, exhale, right foot forward between the hands, drop the back knee, arms rise, Anjane. Exhale, down dog. Good, inhale, plank. Exhale, soften the knees, full breath in, so knees on the floor. Exhale, find that arch sensation like we're coming into a cow and drop the chest, stretch the chin forward if that's okay for the neck. Take a breath and then press into the balls of the feet, come onto the belly, cobra, come back to all fours. Good, stretch your left leg long. Inhale, left leg is up. Neutral hips, exhale, draw the knee towards you. Inhale the leg long. Exhale, draw in. Good, inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Sink your hips down for Anjaneyasana. Hands framing the front foot. And then stretch that front leg straight, Ardha Hanuman. Good. Inhale, come forward, look forward, and instead of looking down, send the gaze neutral. Good. Exhale, keep your spine long as you fold. Good, again, inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, shifting your weight forward. Exhale, front leg straight. This time, inhale. Good. Step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg sweeps up. Just keep the hips neutral. Look forward, left foot forward. Right knee drops. Anjaneyasana, arms rise. Good. Hands down. Take a little bit of the lunge out. Press off the ball of the back foot. Step up, both feet forward. Inhale your half lift. And exhale, fold. Strong legs again. Inhale your half lift. And exhale, fold. Last time, inhale. Good. And exhale, fold. Strong legs come all the way up. Arms out, around, up. Legs stay strong. Maybe the gaze is up. Exhale, prayer hands. Good. A new beginning. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, left leg back. Soften the knee. Sweep your arms up. Hands down. Downward facing dog. Good. Left foot forward. Right knee drops. Arms sweep up. Hands to floor. Back foot steps up to the front. Inhale, a half lift. And fold. Strong legs, come on up. Keep them strong to guide you. Exhale, hands into prayer. Good, again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, arms up. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left knee down, arms rise. Hands to the floor, step the back foot up to meet your front. Find a half lift and fold. Strong legs come up. As you breathe out, let the hands join in prayer and take a full breath in and out. Good, again, inhale, spread your wings. arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, a half lift. Nice soft knees. Take a nice generous step back with your left leg. Plant your feet nice and slowly. Come up to your crescent lunge. Full breath in. Full breath out. With the inhale and exhale, there's like a little, it's almost like we're on a ride here. It's like we ride the breath. The inhale, maybe the hips slightly lift, the bend slightly comes out of the front knee. And as we exhale, there's a deepening. Good, last breath. Hands down, downward facing dog. Left foot is forward. Find your stable position with the feet. Arms rise. Full breath in. Full breath out. Now you can make all these really interesting micro adjustments. Maybe the front foot walks a little further forward. And then once you get that stable place, note that while you're stable, you can, with stability, find a little bit of the ebb and flow with the breath. Good, last breath. Exhale, hands down, back foot steps up to meet the front. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold. Strong legs come up. Let your hands meet in prayer. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, your half lift. Exhale, right leg back. Arms up. Full breath in. Full breath out. We ride the wave here again. And see what that means in your body. So can you feel the breath kind of coming all the way through you? All the way up, really from the base of the posture up to the fingertips. Last breath. Exhale, hands down. Downward facing dog. Right foot is forward. Again, you find that stable positioning with the feet, and that lets you rise. And when you have that secure feeling in the body, you can introduce that little bit of movement here. And just let it be natural, let it come to you without really engaging as much as letting it happen. Good, last breath. Exhale, hands down, back foot steps up to meet your front. Inhale, your half lift. Exhale, fold. Strong legs come up. On the exhale, hands meet in prayer. Breathe in and out. Good, and we continue. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, stepper, float back, chaturanga. Upward facing, strong legs. Downward facing dog. Now allowing the moment here to collect the breath, to smooth it out, to let it become balanced between the inhale and exhale. Good, heels lift, knees soft, step forward, float your feet forward, find your half lift, fold. Contract all the muscles in the legs, come up to stand. Exhale, hands into prayer. Good. Full breath in, full breath out. Okay. Again, arms rise, inhale. Fold, exhale. Half lift, long spine. Chaturanga. Upward facing, strong arms, strong legs, open chest. Downward facing dog. Breath is full, breath is deep. Make sure it's available to you here. Good, last breath. Heels lift, knees soft, step or float your feet up to your hands. Once you arrive, that's your half lift, and fold. Strong legs come up. Hands together. Breathe in And breathe out. Good. Bend your knees. Keep your hands at your heart for just a moment, and then sweep them back, and from there, reach up. Full breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. And downward facing. Bring the right foot forward between the hands. Anchor the back foot. And rise up, warrior one. This is so individual to all of us. Right? When you have the alignment, I know so many of you have such a strong, beautiful, and regular practice. When you have those alignment, like imprint, then you can really just begin to sink fully and deeply into your version of this posture today. Good, last breath. Exhale, release. Come back through the vinyasa. Upward facing. And downward facing. Left foot comes forward, it plants. You anchor as you rise. And feel the heat beginning to turn on. In fact, it was really cold in the house and I turned the air up, and now I'm regretting it. Right, but that's kind of what we need. We need the heat to kind of burn off whatever it is, that excess energy. And by energy, I kind of mean thoughts, emotions, feelings. Good, last breath. Exhale, release, come through your vinyasa. Upward facing. Downward facing. And then here we pause for a moment. Feel the heart beat. Feel your aliveness. Feel the body's willingness to move and be moved. Good, last breath. Let your heels lift, let your knees be soft. Look up, bring the feet up. Find your half lift and then fold. And commit to your chair. Bend your knees and be active. You stretch your arms up. Come to stand, hands together. So my moments to sneak a little butter. You can too. Good. So we're fully present, fully aware, fully alive, fully engaged. Bend your knees and stretch your arms up. Chair. Fold. Uttanasana. Find a half lift, strong legs. Send it back, chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right foot comes forward, it plants and anchors. You rise up to your warrior one. Open up to warrior two as you know how it feels in the body. Realigning the feet, right? Maybe, once again, creeping the front toes slightly forward, activating the back legs. Stretch your arms to open the chest. Sink deeply into the front thigh, create more heat, engage the back leg. Just let it come through the body, whatever it is, let it come through and let it leave. Don't let it stay. Right, that includes the breath. Open the mouth if you need to breathe out. Just kind of drink it in here. Full breath in, full breath out. Let it wash over you. Last breath. Good. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Come through your vinyasa. From your down dog, left foot is your front foot as you rise. Good, take a full breath in. Open up, so we pivot the feet. We have a different position for the hips. It doesn't, the pose doesn't stop once you pivot, right? We continue to refine. And then if you can, see if you can get the thigh parallel to the floor, create more heat. Feel the sensation of the heart in the chest. Keep the arms level and firm, like so we kind of hug the muscle to the bone. Last breath. Hands frame the front foot. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Whatever you're feeling, feel it. If it's anger, if it's joy, if it's regret because you could be doing something else, feel it. Don't feel guilty for feeling it. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Breathe so the nostrils expand and take it in. Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees. Bring the feet to the hands. Find a half lift. Fold. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold, let the elbows come out to the sides. Now, as you inhale, stretch the spine long, reach your breastbone forward, and then as you exhale and fold, continue to lengthen the spine. Shoulders out of the ears. Last breath, strong legs. Good, and fold. Release your hands. Lift your left foot, lift your right foot, slide your hands underneath so that the fingers are lost underneath the feet. The toes come up to the wrist crease. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Your elbows will soften. Strong legs, feet present on the palms. Lengthen the spine and fold. Good. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Good. Release the hands. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. I want you to capture this moment with strength so the legs are strong pillars of strength as you rise up. Exhale, prayer hands. Good. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. Entering into a standing posture from standing. So hands on hips, knees nice and soft. Take a step back with the left foot and come right to your warrior two. We'll use this as a transition, hinge forward, side angle, forearm to thigh, or hand to floor. Stay super strong and engaged with the legs so you can really lengthen out through the entire left side of the body. Deep, full breath. Good. Last breath. Good. Release the left hand to the floor. Neutralize your hips. Soften the left knee down. Pause for a moment just so you can kind of feel the hips as they sink. And then inhale, sweep your arms up. Good. Take a little bit of the lunge out. So we're kind of shifting hips back. Cross the left arm over. Get a nice deep connection, arm to thigh. Hinge back down. Come into your twist. And you can look in the direction of the twist or you can look to the front foot. It's pretty stabilizing that way. And keep your back knee down or lift your back leg up. Right? For me, the back knee down feels really good. Yeah, so you don't have to go for what seems like to be the most highest variation of the pose. Be honest with where it feels the best. Good. Last breath. Release. Good. From here, come into down dog. And so I want to show you, so down dog, hips high, plank, hips neutral with shoulders. We're kind of in a higher plank, so plank, hips a little lower, higher plank. Good. Stretch the right leg up. Right knee, right upper arm, right knee, left upper arm, tent the left hand, and round the spine a little more like cat. Good. And find down dog. We're going to do that again. Your high hipped plank, right leg lifts, right knee, right upper arm, right knee, it just kind of swings over towards the left, pop up onto the left finger pads, and find your plank / down dog position. Good. Last time, right knee, right upper arm, just sweep it across, pop up onto the left finger pads. Good. Round the upper back like cat. Come into down dog. Good. Left foot is forward. Anchor the back foot for warrior two. We rise up because this is a starting point. So from warrior two, side angle as you enjoy it. And I say enjoy, this is one of my favorite postures, so we all have our likes and dislikes. Hopefully this is a like. Good. Anchor down through that back foot. Engage through the back quad. Last breath. Good. Release, both hands are down. You're nice and neutral. Drop the right knee and just pause for a moment. Be present in where you are before you're moving on to the next. And then when you're ready, come up. Take a little bit of the lunge out. Your right arm is up, breathe. Begin to slice that arm across and then come back into the lunge when you're ready. If you like lifting the back leg, lift it. Squeeze your outer hips in, squeeze your inner thighs in. Make yourself compact. Breathe into the rotation of the spine. Last breath. Hands down and gaze down. Find your down dog. And note that the hips are pretty high here. And they're going to be about halfway between here and plank hips. So shift yourself forward to a high plank. Left leg is up. Left knee taps left upper arm. And then we sweep it across towards the right. Pop up onto the right finger pads. And come back to that high hip plank pose. Good. Shift forward. Left knee, left upper arm. Sweep it across. Pop up onto the right finger pads. Dome your spine like cat. Good. Come back, neutral, leg lifted. Last time. Left knee in, sweep it across, pop up onto the right finger pads, dome the spine, keep drawing the knee in. Good, and find downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Good, heels lift, knees nice and soft, feet to the hands, find a half lift. Fold. Good, from here, take your left hand to your left hip, bend your knees a lot. Take your right peace fingers to your right big toe. Take a full breath in. Don't think. Exhale. Come on up. Don't think. If you think, it takes away from the balance. Good. So we're just looking for a really tall spine here. Good. Last breath. Now, stretch your right leg straight. Anchor into the standing leg. Reach your arms up. I know your quad is like really on fire. Mine is too, like a crazy Charlie horse. Good. Exhale. Sweep it back. Sweep it back. Good. Coming into warrior three. Shoulders open. I like palms facing down. Neutralize your hips here. Keep a softness to the left leg. Good, last breath. Good, re-soften into that left leg. Come back up. This time we're just gonna hug the right knee in, just like a little TLC for the low back. Good, now right hand outside left foot. Right leg straight, right arm behind. This works beautifully with the bend, not in the transition, but beautifully with a bent right knee. Good. See if you can really feel the rib cage from the floating rib rotating towards that backhand. Good, last breath. Release, release. Bring your hands together in your heart. Full breath in and full breath out. Good, arms up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, a half lift. Good. Soften your knees, right hand, right hip, left peace fingers around big toe. Just shift your weight to that right leg and come on up. Good. Come up to stand. Maybe you meet us standing. Yogi's choice. Good. And then stretch that leg straight. Keep the quad engaged. Really activate the arms. Stretch the arms up. Strong active left foot, strong active left quad. Good, and then slide it back. Sweep your arms back. Roll the shoulders open. I'm externally rotating the shoulders so palms are down. Neutral hips. Full breath in and out. Good. Rebend into the right leg. And if you can, in one smooth transition, hug the left leg in. Keep the knee bent. Take the right hand outside the leg, or right hand outside left foot. Leg straight. Left hand back. Rotating the rib cage to really feel the twist in its completion here. Whether the gaze is neutral or in the direction of the twist, we still rotate through the rib cage. Last breath. Good, and release. Take your hands together. Good, I feel this in my calves, you might too. From here. Arms sweep up. Exhale, full. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, we're gonna step it back to down dog. And I think I'm gonna move myself so I can kind of show you better here. We're going to find that down dog position where we'll lift the right leg and shift forward into kind of like that high hipped plank. Draw the right knee towards the right upper arm, sweep it across to the left, pop up off onto the left finger pads, and then look at your back foot. Probably it's already starting to turn. Go ahead and turn it to the side plank foot. Good. Option to stretch that right leg out as you reach the left arm up. Full breath. Good. Exhale, release. Down dog. Good. Same thing other side. Left leg lifts. We're going to shift it forward into a high hip plank. Left knee, left upper arm. Sweep it across. Pop up onto the finger pads. Look at the back foot. Go ahead and slide it to the warrior two. Continue. Right arm up. Left leg up. And find your down dog. Very nice. Well done. Move myself back. Okay. Right foot forward. Left knee drops. My quads are screaming out for a little stretch. So from here, hands down. Walk your right foot out a little bit wider so that your toes are off and your heel is on your mat. Now what I want you to do is walk your hands as close to you as you can, and maybe even take your right hand to your right thigh. And I'm popping up onto my left finger pads. And give yourself some height. Good. Release. Left hand comes to the floor. Bend your back knee. We do this a lot. It's become one of my favorites. We're not connecting. So what I want you to do is have a strong, strong, strong flexion with the left foot. And I want you to actively draw the heel towards you as you actively stretch the hand away. Good. Super strong and active. Last breath. This is far more active than coming into the bind. Good. Release. Find your down dog. And we'll come right to the other side. So dragon pose. Left foot is forward. Walk it as wide as you'd like. Pop up on the finger pads if you'd like. Left hand, left thigh. And actually, if you had a block, it would be nice because then you could really get some lift, right? You could even, if it felt safe to you, you could do hand on hip. I like that little bit of security of the finger pads down. Good. Last breath. Hands down. Right hand is your anchor. I actually just walked my left foot a little wider. Bend the back knee. Option, reach the left arm back. Keep flexing, flexing, flexing in the foot, drawing the heel. It would imagine it kind of coming more towards mid-back. Opening up through the chest. Last breath, really squeezing the leg towards you. And exhale. Good, find your down dog. And then shift forward into your plank and drop down. Roll the shoulders, open and back. Wiggle your hips, take your hands a little wider. I want you to lift your left leg, bend your knee, roll over towards the right, keep both hands down, and imagine kind of maybe you would tap that left foot. Mine feels like it's just hovering off the floor. It's a pretty big twist. Good, and come back to center. Lift your right leg, bend your knee, begin to shift over to the left, and let that right leg fall heavy. My foot is kind of pointed. I'm letting the ball of the foot be heavy. Good, and come back. Good, wiggle your hips a little bit side to side. Arms long, legs long. From here, bend your knees. Keep your hands on the floor. Inhale, lift the thighs as much as you can, and lift the chest and arms. So when I say lift the arms, you're lifting the arms, but keep your fingers on the floor for an anchoring position. Good. Lower down. Keep the knees bent. Inhale. Lift the thighs as much as you can off the floor. It might be just a bit. Maybe creep the fingertips a little further behind. Lift the chest. Come on down. This time, connect if you'd like. Hands wrap around the fronts of the ankles. Feet flexed. Inhale, lift up. Let the whole body actively participate. Down to the pinky toe. Open up. Last breath. And release. Okay, from here, find your way nice and slowly to downward facing dog. And then lift your heels, soften your knees, look forward. You can step or float the feet up, and then you come down. So come to a seat, and then we'll come all the way down. So when you're ready, come onto your backs. And stretch your arms long by your sides. Walk your feet in a reasonable distance away from the glutes. Make sure that you can, so what I'm actually doing is I'm bending my elbows, pressing my upper arms down so I can lift my spine up a little bit, and make sure that nothing feels compressed. Good, hands back down when you're ready. Feet in position, full breath. Exhale, low belly draws in, your hips will begin to slightly tilt, and we lift up into bridge. Now, if you want, walk your shoulders underneath you, clasp your hands. Once the hands are clasped, then you can walk the shoulders just a bit further. Active hamstrings, active glutes. You'll feel the quads turn on. You'll feel the muscles that support the low back begin to turn on. And with the chin a healthy distance away from the chest. Last breath. And then stay lifted, but release your hands. Walk your heels in, walk your shoulders down, walk your heels in, walk your shoulders down. So the heels are gonna pop up until you've walked them underneath the buttocks. And you can stay right here, just taking the hands and clasping the fronts of the ankles. If it feels good to you, you'll let the weight shift forward. Maybe if it just comes naturally, the head takes that fish position. Big, beautiful opening for the quads. Good, last breath. And release. Good, come down, walk it out. Let the low back relax. So feet wide-ish, knees together. Like hands resting on the belly. Now we'll take one more back bend. So I will allow you to choose what you want. You can repeat bridge pose, or you can come into wheel, right? If you have a really beautiful open full wheel. I happen to have, I'm going to just say a very unattractive full wheel that I struggle with. I don't like it and I don't do it often. And sometimes maybe I feel like that's to my detriment. So you're going to choose where it's safe for you to come in. We'll take 5 breaths here, wherever you are. Good. When you're ready, come on down. And when you come out with awareness that you might have to move a little bit to get the length that you need. Bring your arms by your sides, and without using the hands, just draw the knees in and stretch the legs up. So some of you will stay, if you don't put any weight on the cervical spine for any reason, please stay here, right? So legs up. If it feels safe and comfortable and you quite like the feeling of shoulder stance, then come on in. Think about getting the heels over the knees, over the hips, somewhere in line with the upper chest to shoulders. There's so many variations. Feel free to take whatever you like. If you're in shoulder stance and you'd like to come into plow, you can keep your hands on the low back if your feet don't come to the floor. If they do come to the floor, maybe come onto the tops of the feet, let them slide back. Good, and then from plow, release your hands wherever you are. Slowly begin to come down. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. We'll just pause for a moment in neutral. You can stay just like this, or lift your butt, get your hands underneath. We're coming into fish, so stretch the legs forward, pop up. So when you pop the chest up, your hands now, your fingertips reach straight to your feet. We get super puffy here with the chest. You can stay like this, or you can feel like there's that little kind of shift forward and back. You can play around with that a little bit. Puff up the chest even more, let the head and neck drop back and come into your fish when you're ready. There's some really nice variations. Feel free to release the hands, stretch the legs up, bring the hands in prayer. Good. And when you're ready, release. And bring the soles of the feet together. And let your knees come wide. Yogi's choice, you can make yourself a little pillow with the hands and let the elbows come wide. You can let the hands rest on the body, whatever feels natural. And bring the knees together. And just like we were coming out of Shavasana, just roll to your right and take a moment to come up to a seat. Good. And then from your feet, stretch your legs wide. Did I say from your feet? I meant from your seat if I said feet. I feel like Dr. Seuss. Stretch your legs wide. You can do your hands behind for a tall spine or take a full breath. And then begin to fold. Now, if you have a block, you could stack your block and rest your forehead. If you want, you can do prayer hands, thumbs up, rest your forehead, right? Back stack, fist upon fist. You choose. Just letting the nervous system have a chance to self-regulate, to down-regulate. When you're ready, come on back up. Good. And take the hands and gather up the knees, and we'll come all the way back down. So taking your time, coming onto your back. And yogi's choice, you could hug your knees in for that really beautiful, very simple variation of the twist. Knees in, we drop them left, or if you want, you could do right leg over left with the wrap for eagle. Either way, you can kind of just shift your hips a little bit right and let the legs drop left. Super individual how and where you place the arms and the hands. And the chin as well. You could let it drop towards the left shoulder for greater sense of ease, or if you want more twist, you can send your gaze right. Good. Slowly make your way back to neutral and lift and realign your hips. And you'll take the same twist, other side. Again, you have to just be really comfortable here at this point in class. So there's no need to use the arms in any way that does not bring you greater ease. We're going to come on back. Okay, from here, two very different postures with different energies. I'd like to offer both up. Some of you have a very established headstand practice, so I would say come in if you'd like to. You know, take your time, set yourself up. If you're at home and you have a wall, you don't normally do it in the middle of class, but you have a wall and you feel safe, then find that. And for those of you who'd like to stay in this relatively similar position, bring the feet together, let your knees come wide, and allow the body to rest in Supta Baddha Konasana. We're going to take 10 breaths here. If you happen to be in headstand, take another breath or two. And slowly let the body begin to make its way back to child's pose. And then without rushing, move slowly if you happen to be in child's, make your way onto your back. And we'll all meet here. So legs stretched out long, wide, so the feet flop open. Arms by your side, so the palms face up. And let ourselves be for just a moment in a place of surrender. so that we can let go of what we cannot control. Make peace with where we are, even if it's just for this moment. When you're ready, interlace your hands and stretch your arms long overhead and lengthen your legs. And just grow a bit here. Over the next breath or two, you'll bend the knees and slowly roll to your side. And take your time coming to a seat. And then take care to nestle back in, moving any flesh away from the sit bones. And you can do Yana Mudra, palms up. You can simply rest the right hand and the left and let them drop right at the center of the body. And then we'll slowly, with the eyes still closed, bring the hands together in prayer. Let them come to the skin, let them rest upon the breastbone. And one last moment here. And begin to blink the eyes open, kind of taking everything in, and just take the hands and rub them together. And create some heat and some friction. Again, interlace the hands, press the palms forward, stretch the arms up. And exhale, release. Good. Namaste.